What's going on, Virgos? Alright, we are in Virgo season officially. Hope you guys are feeling good. Welcome to my channel and to your September 2019 love reading. We're going to look at the connection between you and the person that you are dealing with or interested in, where this is going, if it's love, if it's lasting, positive and negative influences, what to avoid, and kind of what you need to know. I'm also going to look at singles and partners in this reading, okay? If you are new to my channel, thanks for taking a moment to check me out. Shit, I'll get these words right here in a minute. If you like how I do things, hit subscribe and comment giveaway, and I'll get you entered into my giveaway. Otherwise, thank you guys all for all of your support and dedication to my channel. All of that applies to all my lovely subscribers as well. You guys are awesome, and thank you for all of your support. Now, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, you want to check out my schedule down below, my information on my memberships, and my product line. All that's down there, okay? I will have an extended available to look over everything, including blockages, anything that's missing, hidden facts, that are creating any challenges, actions to take, factors involved, and advice, things like that. So all that's down below as far as the link to get there. And if you want to check me out on Instagram, that's the one. Earthly Energies 1111. Alright, guys. This is a general reading, so take what fits and leave the rest. Let's see what's going on with the current energy with you and your partner. Okay, I'm going to start with my singles here. Alright, we've got Strength in reverse and the Ten of Wands in reverse. Interesting. So it's almost like kind of a renewal coming. You're feeling on this person. Ten of Swords in reverse. Coming into some kind of a realization. Page of Swords for the person you're dealing with. Damn, Virgo. Alright. So we got the Strength and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you're feeling... You're in the reverse. My bad, guys. Ten of Swords is how you're feeling in the reverse. Page of Swords in the reverse for this person. Things are not communicating very well right now. More than anything, I'm feeling like a sense of disappointment because there was something about maybe a reestablishment that just didn't, you thought it was going to happen this time and it didn't, for some of you, okay? For others of you, it's really nothing new, but the wait is approaching, the release here is approaching, because right now this is about overextending and coming away from that, okay? You just kind of, you put too much out there and now it's time to let that go. Yeah, so the Ten of Swords in reverse. You're really struggling with releasing something for a new potential here, or you're still kind of in that, man, this is not feeling so good. You're in that rejuvenation, that rebirth as we speak here. And the Page of Swords. So somebody delivered some pretty, I feel like it was shallow news, or just a really low blow or a really immature way of handling something is really kind of what, it's almost surprising or may have just kind of thrown you off a little bit or blindsided you a bit, okay? Interesting. Alright. Holy moly, okay? Oh, okay. The King of Swords, someone's got something to say. Alright. King of Swords. Is this love? Well, it better be clear if it is, right? Somebody better be real clear about how they're feeling if that's the case. Because right now, I kind of feel like it's more controlling than it is, loving. What's the positive or negative influence here? The Moon. So something is not as it seems, guys. Alright, I'm going to scoot these over. Something's not as it seems. And the reason why you're getting this ego, almost narcissistic kind of an energy, it's almost like the guilt thing that comes out when someone's guilty of something and they wind up getting angry at the person that they care about because they messed up. It's kind of like that kind of a feel to it here. Yeah, so there's something going on that's not coming out, and they're responding. I'm not saying it has something to do with a secret necessarily, like that has to do with like a infidelity, or not. It doesn't necessarily have to do with infidelity, but it does have to do with something going on and they're expressing their emotion as opposed to expressing what's going on. And you're getting that blunt end of the conversation here. Eight of Swords and the King of Cups. What we need to avoid. So we need to avoid restriction and fearing here to where we don't open up. We don't want to do that because that's going to create an additional blockage here. So we want to avoid shutting down. We want to avoid shutting down. Seven of Pentacles, what we need to know. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This has potential here, guys. That's what I'm feeling. Let me confirm that. But I'm really feeling like, you know, or there's potential to be had. So we need to make a real good decision here. Whether it's here or not, I don't know. For those of you in a controlling type of a narcissistic situation or coming away from one of those, some of you are just coming away from an energy like that, I don't see a whole lot of potential here. I see continued cycles of that pattern of behavior. But what I am picking up on is there is potential that is wanting to really surface here. Something that long-term energy with a family, you know, with a caring individual that knows how to take care of themselves as well as the relationships around them. They like to please. They like to be reliable and supportive and steady. So the recommended action to take care for my singles in that situation: 4 Wands in reverse, 3 Pentacles in reverse. Alright, well, you're going to have to, for those of you in a toxic situation, it is time to shut that shit down and begin anew, okay? There's no progress happening here. Matter of fact, there's not going to be recognition. There's just going to be this constant, is it ever going to go to the next level? Are they ever going to care about me the way I deserve? Somebody's trying to come in and care about you the way you deserve. So we need to put some attention towards that side of things, okay? Now, advice for that. I don't know if this is a love deal, guys. I think love is wanting to come in. Affirmation for positive change. I told ya. You're waiting for the change to arrive, and I know that's hard. I know that that's not always, like, it just takes a lot, you know. My hair is, like, really fluffy. I just realized. Anyway. Sorry. Positive change. This is not about staying in stagnancy and waiting it out. For those of you, you know who I'm talking about. This is about positive change and moving into a better opportunity. Now, if this is somebody who there's just kind of shitty communication going on right now, rather than becoming stagnant, I would reach out and ask what's really going on and see if there's just something going on that they're not expressing, and maybe you're just kind of getting the shit into the stick on that one, okay? But it is saying positive, you know, approach would do some good for you guys in getting clarity on what's going on. They kind of shed their pretty costume there for you know, their adventure one for a little while. And what I mean by that is they went outside of their, you know, normal looking energy, and it's something you're not quite recognizing right now. So that was a better way to put it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the partnerships here. Current feeling with my partners. 8 of Wands and the Knight of Wands in reverse. So quick action here, but it's less, you know, this could be a couple different meanings. Let me get a few more cards. Yeah, okay. So some of you are feeling like all of a sudden your person might not have either the best intentions, or they are coming off also kind of hot and heavy and a little bit outside of their norm. It's putting you in a position of like, what is this self-absorbed asshole? Who is that? I don't want that. I don't like that. And they're putting off this energy like they're not really giving you a lot of recognition right now, or forward movement with just enjoying time together, or giving their, you know, attention to you in certain ways that you might be used to. Okay, so something came around here that has taken a little bit of their attention. Ace of Cups in reverse, 9 of Swords in reverse. They're having anxiety about something here. The loss of something. Something emotional. This could be it could have something to do with someone in the family or a friendship. Maybe there was some communication. But, you know, I'm also kind of getting the feeling like I'm going to put it out there. For some of you, the person you've been with had some kind of an interest in either, it was like a very quiet interest in an old flame maybe, or someone that they wanted to know and they needed to just close out the possibility with this person. It could be a situation too, guys. Don't jump the gun there, okay? Could be a possibility of just a situation. But what I'm seeing is they could have went back and tested the water to see what could happen there, and they've gotten their answer. And it didn't make them feel very good, but it did create a closure in this so that they could move forward in a better intention, okay? That wasn't leaving them in a very good intention. It was giving you only a certain percentage of their, you know, of them, period. And so that was creating some tensions. This needed to take place, okay? A few months ago, there were definitely several readings. Actually, every zodiac had a reading or two that would indicate some kind of a situation, August, September, that would create that recognition for appreciating certain things, okay? And with the astrological movements this month, we've got Mercury, Venus, the Sun all entering Libra, and Saturn entering Capricorn, meaning that your personal limitations for boundaries, for knowledge on how to solidify your roots, and just those real structural types of foundations and processes and things like that, that's what's being highlighted this month. And it's because it's getting to that point where we're almost done with 2019, which is about developing those solid roots, so that 2020, because it's all about being confident, solid, and just moving forward and growing, as opposed to continuing to build this foundation or find the foundation to build on. We're finishing up that energy now. And so whatever needed to take place karmically or whatever, it did or it is, so that you guys can move past this. Now, that's not to say for some of you, there's something that you may not have to, for some of you, you may have to accept certain things you don't want to and move on. But for most of you, it's a perception thing. I think you're going to be able to come to terms with this and move forward in a positive way here. All right. Positive or negative influence here. High Priestess in reverse and the Four of Swords in reverse. So yeah, they had to take initiation on something that was really weighing on their intuition. It could have even been like a project or a place they wanted to go, or something even just simple, but that definitely needed to or is taking place. So you could be feeling some anticipation with your person too. Alright, is this going to last? Where are we at? 5 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Again, for some of you, it's the end of an old cycle, and it's a realization of what you needed to know to keep moving forward, and whatever that means for you. For others of you, this was what needed to happen so this person could admire the right things in the relationship and within you in general. So take it how it resonates, guys. Take it how it fits. Alright, this is covering several groups, it looks like here. Alright, what do you need to know about this? Goodness. The Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. The Star in the reverse. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Oh, damn. Clarify what you need to know. King of Wands. The Hangman. The Ten of Swords. The Queen of Wands. Well, there's definitely some hurt feelings here. So if they want to move forward and build that foundation, I do see they're going to have to do some work here. It's going to cost them quite a bit, okay? You're going to be sitting in this energy for a little bit, but I wouldn't sit on it too long, okay? I would just still go with the flow of the energies, but I do sense you're going to be in that energy for a little bit. They're going to have to prove themselves, in other words, for you to take on this this new opportunity, and I mean like big time. For some of you, I don't think you're going to give it the shot, and then I think you're just going to walk, okay? Because for some of you, whatever happened, it was maybe just too difficult to accept, okay? Or you just need more time to deal with it. It was very painful. And that is absolutely okay. So, more than anything, that's just clarifying that your emotions are, or just more or less invalidating what you're feeling for some of you, okay? Alright, and what you need to know is that for the groups of you that are like, oh, hell no, that's not even happening, I do see you're walking away, and that's what's recommended for you. For others of you, I'm getting this message, I wouldn't hold on too tight. I would still loosen the reins so that you can see where it's going to go. Water magic. Alright, Virgo. So yeah. And I wouldn't spread yourself so thin you can't see it either. Because I think you have a tendency to get busy and to just kind of avoid dealing with it. But this is, use your water powers here, okay? And flow with the energies. And don't jump the gun. Just go with the flow of this. And allow these communications to happen in the most constructive and positive way, okay? Because it's a serve or suffer kind of thing. If you're ready to sever it, this is a good opportunity to do so. If you're really wanting to make this work, then I would be very cautious about how you go about this communication here. And it's going to be required to communicate, although everybody's avoiding it at all costs right now. I definitely see that, but it's very necessary. If you want to come out of the hangman, it may have a price, but if the person's willing, they will step it up. Okay? Okay. Alright, that is your message for September. I'm going to get into your extended and see what some hidden facts are, blockages, and some more actions to take. So, much love to you guys. I hope that helps. I'll see you if you need a private reading. Let me know. Alright, Virgos. Let's verify some stuff here. So, my singles. The current energy. We are either coming into a realization from this loss and things are balancing out here. Alright. Coming away from disagreements and coming into a constructive communication. And I see a lot of you walking back. So I feel like for most of my singles, you're going to wind up coming into a realization that they just had something going on, and they were just reacted very unconstructively, okay? Now, you want to avoid jumping to conclusions that they don't want to have a relationship with you if this is your situation I'm talking about. As opposed to doing that, I would communicate, because you're going to know very clearly whether or not their intentions are good. But I feel like they're kind of restricted because they don't know how to approach you. So I feel like it's safe, and it would be received really well if you were to reach out and communicate, as long as it's effective and it's not, real sharp. I think that's going to be the key there. Alright, so stop it. No, you're going to sting me. Oh, my goodness. Don't you, be on my hair. It's on me. Okay, little bee. I'm going to have to clip that out. Alright. Let's redo, since I was going into a moment there. Who knows what that was trying to say. Okay. Now, let's clarify what we need to avoid here. So don't avoid coming back together to talk about this, guys. Okay, you don't want to just shut down an otherwise good opportunity. Okay, so you definitely want to avoid jumping the gun here, guys. Okay, avoid this. Avoid jumping to conclusions is what this is saying. You don't want to be overbearing. You don't want to be opinionated. You don't want to be cutting. You want to be very open with your communication. Use your intuition on this one, okay? Rather than the logic that comes from emotion. Use intention that comes from desire and from passion and from the higher self, okay? Ace of Wands here for what we need to know. Eight of Swords in reverse, the Magician. So, Eight of Swords in reverse. Alright, what you need to know is this has great potential as long as you can release the fear and anxiety and manifest awareness. That's really what you want to focus on. Rather than what you don't know, focus on what you do know. Okay, and that's the message here that I'm getting for that. Just concentrate on your awareness of what you do know and what you do want. Because sometimes we can get stuck in that feeling, and it's a repetitive cycle of just, it feels like crap. But if this is about learning past that and moving forward. You don't want to jump the gun with harsh words. You want to hear it out, feel it out, and let it kind of, you want to move forward here with no anxiety as opposed to full of it. Okay, or at least minimal anxiety. Go ground yourself if you need to. Alright, hidden facts we need to know about. Let's see. We've got an Empress here. Tell me more about this Empress. And a Knight of Cups in the reverse. So there may be some pessimism here in the past regarding either someone in their life. This could be you, the connection, the long-term effects of things. But there's definitely something about you're not, you know what I think it is? There's a fear of committing because of maybe the desire to start a family. Maybe that's a little bit fearful for them. Perhaps they get anxiety because they're not feeling like they can step it up for this family dynamic kind of a thing here. For some of you, it could be another woman or another entity involved here, or they're nurturing an idea or a project or something else other than the relationship. But this is whatever this is, rather than coming at this and voicing your opinion, okay, you're wanting to talk about this and bring in that clarity, okay? You kind of want the Tower moment to occur, but you don't want everything to just kind of shit hit the fan kind of Tower moment. You want to be able to come to terms here in a very graceful type of a way, in a loving type of a way. Especially if you're wanting a good result here. If you're wanting to end it, it may not apply so much, okay? Alright, any kind of blockages here. Oh my goodness. The Nine of Swords, anxiety, sleeping like shit, just having this on your mind constantly. I think it's just constantly in your mind. What is the secret? What is it that I'm feeling that I don't know? What's going on? That's what you're really trying to come to terms with here. That's what you need to talk about. What are we working with? What are we dealing with this Moon card? The Sun. So, something that, I think it made them happy, or you're worried that it makes them happy. So part of this has to do with your own insecurities, okay? Two of Wands. So this is also, there could be some distance here that you guys have, and that could be what highlighted this additional anxiety, okay, was that you're not around them, and so it's very difficult to know what's going on, what they're doing. Having confidence or comfort in that is definitely difficult. So for those of you who are at a distance here, I can see where having that space is very difficult to know, how to progress forward. But I am getting the impression the more you have a positive impression about this and a positive outlook and you're manifesting good, this is going to have a very positive and blissful result here. I mean, beautiful family energy. Very strong. Very strong. Very, very solid. Okay. Alright, so any other contributing factors that we need to know about here? The Knight of Pentacles. So slow-moving energy, alright? Take your time while you're watching this go down here. The Justice and the Page of Cups. Okay, so further actions to take. The Justice card here and the Page of Cups. Extending the moment to come to terms with each other, okay? To relate here. It might be slow, and it might be an initiation that you start, and that might kind of have a sour taste in your mouth, is what I'm picking up for some of you. But that's what's going to get this going. Again, it might be a tower moment, but it's not where shit hits the fan. It's where you're showing your strength to create a better outcome. It's actually very admirable. Further advice here. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. If you're in a position where you are being taken advantage of, you are dealing with someone who is more controlling, or this is taking more than it's giving, and you have maybe an alternative situation trying to come in, if you got that kind of a feel going on, take a moment to really look at that, because I am getting a feeling like for some of you, I don't want you to waste your time with somebody who's not giving you any kind of indication that they want to move forward. That's going to be a little bit more detrimental to you. So discern wisely when it comes to that one. Okay, you don't want to put any energy in there that is going to be overdoing it because it's not going anywhere. In other words, alright? Okay. Further clarity for my singles here. Further clarity for my singles. Plant the seeds in reverse. So this is a moment to really evaluate your deal here, alright? But I feel like for some of you, the negative thought processes, the worry, the anxiety is really, it's kind of regressing here. So cleanse your body, your mind, your spirit, ground, get yourself into a better position here to really see things from a clear perspective so that you can make those decisions wisely and feel confident about that, okay? Alright, so I'm going to grab these cards so that I can get have some more options here for my partners with their clarity. Alright, partners. We got a few of them that are hiding in there. Go back up there. Alright. Alright, partners. Get some clarity here. On the connection. Knight of Wands in reverse again. A different deck. Alright. How you're feeling. Eight of Swords in reverse. Five of Swords in reverse. Nine of Swords. Oh my goodness. Just so much. You're going to feel so good when this is all released, but you got so much going on in your head. So much going on in your head. I mean, there is just like, it's consuming everything. And it's making it hard to really follow your intuition, is what I'm seeing, because it's just difficult to know or to accept certain things, I think, for a lot of you. You're very, you're quite territorial type of an energy. You know, you like to have solidity and to know that that's something you can rely on and depend on. And this one just kind of threw you for a loop here, and it's definitely caused some upset psychologically. Alright, so, alright guys, let me clarify here. Get a little bit more straight on what I'm asking here. I'm going to clarify the influence involved here. There's so many cards coming out for you at once. I don't want to misconstrue the message here, so just one or two, please. King of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the influencing energy is very sharp words have been exchanged, or that's all that's being developed right now between the two of you, or just all of these really hurtful, painful things that are being said, and it's just because this has not been addressed yet, okay? Or somebody's ready to go and hasn't left yet because there's anxiety about leaving. Alright? I want to know what actions to take and what are we avoiding. Alright, actions to take. The Two of Pentacles, the Emperor in reverse, and the Six of Swords in reverse. So this is saying to avoid delaying balance because you're not putting control and structure into the foundation of this relationship. Instead, you're actually kind of going backwards and staying in it because there's not an initiation towards better. Okay? Action to take. Temperance. So divine timing, I think. So there's a lot of stuff going on where I feel like you're getting indications that you need, and it's still hard for you to make that choice. Again, because it's like this, you're trying to avoid separation, or you're trying to avoid the change, okay? It's very difficult to move away from this person, possibly, or, you know, maybe you're not the one initiating the separation, they are, or maybe it's something you just have to do because of what's happening, you really don't want to. For others of you, there's someone else that you're interested in, and there's no longer a connection here, but you're having a ton of anxiety about disconnecting that, because you really want to move into this other energy quickly, and the energies are asking you to. That's what temperance is here for. It's about disconnecting yourself from these old energies so that you can move into the new ones, okay? Ten of Wands for any challenges. There's just some additional weight that you don't need here. Justice again. So justice is about making a balance with the right and the wrong here, especially with all this Libra energy. The universe is telling you, you need to solidify those roots, put them into motion, and really fine-tune your boundaries and what you will and will not accept and tolerate, or else you are going to get less than what you deserve with the 2020 energy from what it can give you and that stability, okay? All right, what blockages are we dealing with here? The Two of Wands. So I feel like there's just distance here. There's distance regarding this person that's not being addressed, okay? I feel like the love isn't exactly here anymore. It's just like almost like almost feels like a requirement. But you have the Star waiting for you, something that makes you feel very passionate. It's the real deal kind of love here. So don't sit on this too long, guys, all right? You don't want to avoid happiness because you feel like you owe somebody their happiness. Not at all. All right. Contributing factors here. We've got the Seven of Wands. All right. Convincing yourself that your intuition is right and that real, true happiness and stability doesn't come with the price of your happiness. It doesn't come with constant instability or need to convince someone or prove something or ponder on someone else or continue to have to deal with or heal through someone else's mistakes or decisions. I mean, all of those lessons you've had to get through. This next situation, this next chapter in your life when it comes to love is about finding victory through all of that. It's trusting your intuition and being very on point with it. Even if you're practicing that still and it's new, it's about getting to that because that's what's going to get you your stability. That's what's going to get you your overall peace here. Right? Actions to take here. Five of Cups in reverse. For those of you that need to walk away, you know who you are. This is a validation that is going to be what gets you into the position of getting away from the pessimism and the negative control. And they're letting you know there's really nothing left. This is for those of you who you know what I'm talking about. Alright? There's nothing left to give. You've given your all. And it's still not enough. You still haven't improved yourself. Forget that crap. Alright? The action and advice with regard to that whole situation. The Eight of Wands, which was your original energy to begin with. Okay? Move along, move on, and have a good time with your life, okay? Because this is the answer and the indication that you needed to just keep going. It's time to take initiation. I think some of you got a really cool offer that came in, and you're like, I just don't know if this is the right thing to do. You're very cautious about making sure you make the right moves, and the universe is saying it came in for a reason. Twice, okay? And you're going to feel great, and you deserve it. The Star, the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. That's all trying to come in for you. if it's not present with where you're at now, it's on its way in. So cleanse yourself. Plant the seed elsewhere. That's why it was in reverse, okay? For the message. And accept love. Alright, some of you are going to be so happy after this. Happy that you got the extended, especially. Alright, accept happiness, guys. Beautiful messages. And I hope that helps. If you need to look at your situation further, let me know. Otherwise, much love, and I'll see you guys next time.